Next, interaction models. What is interaction model? The modeling user interaction is important as it helps to the identify the user requirement. Again comes the user requirement. Modeling system to system interaction highlights the communication problem that may arise. Okay, so step by step you have to deal with the customer, and there you have to think of that customer problems are going to get it or not. If it is high priority, just highlight it. Okay, modeling component interaction helps us to understand if a proposed system structure is likely to deliver the required system performance and dependability. The system is present. Okay, for the present system you are going to get a solution, then no need to worry. If it is not going to give the solution, next think that next proposed system, planned system is going to give the solution. If yes, okay, plan according to that. Next comes the use case diagram. Okay, a medical receptionist taking the data and transferring to the patient record system. So this is the transfer of data using the use case. Okay, this is the tabular description. Okay, MHC PMC, mental healthcare system, mental healthcare patient management system. That is how it is going to transfer the data. Actors: medical receptionist, comma, patient records the system, description, taking the data, stimulates its response it, and give the comment. So this is the tabular information in detail with notes. This we are going to call it as a tabular description. This is the use case scenario. Okay, medical receptionist, patient, that is nothing but the what exactly the receptionist is going to do. Register patient, unregister patient, after discharge, unregister it. Next, view patient information, transfer data, contact patient. So what is going to happen? They have taken one of the Medicare problem. With respect to that, they are solving it. So when it comes to the any problem, when you people are thinking the solve it, so first you have to go for the use case scenario. Take a pen or pencil, okay, and draw the n number of scenarios which you people are going to get it. If this, skip this. If not working this, do this. So this is the use case diagram. Understanding, you people are getting me what are the use case diagrams?
Yes, sir.
Now you have to explain. Vivek, Vivek.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's very simple and
Yes.
very easy. Just observe this diagram, how it is going to work it. This is the which case, which diagram? Use case diagram. This is
Sequence diagram.
a medical receptionist is there. Okay, it is taking the patient ID. Here you are going to get the patient information. Okay, once you got the patient response, report it. That is UID, patient ID, user ID. You are sending to the Medcare's database.
Meant.
Medcare database. Next, here the authorization will be there. They are going to act it. A patient coming, register it, take the report, what exactly it is going to happening with that patient, report it to the authorization. That is nothing but the once authorization is done, the patient is ready to get the admitted. Access the patient information, authorize it, the patient is going to admit it. If something goes wrong, ignore it or neglect it. Understood the sequence diagram? Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Continuation of that. Very easy. Okay. Once the patient is admitted, update the information day by day. Okay. Update the PRS, that is response of the patient. Next, send to the authorized person who is the specialist, MD. Those doctors, they are going to observe them. Okay. Something goes wrong, send back the data to the previous sequence. If not, okay, send it to the RPS. So this is nothing but a sequence diagram is nothing but the sequential representation of the any problem which you people are going to solve with your software engineering knowledge. Okay, the day by day you people are going to come across these points. Okay, so this is the first part. Next, update the summary, summarize it, authorize it, deauthorization. Next, update that summary. If it is everything goes well, update it. Next, if something goes wrong, send it back to the main point, scratch it from, start it from the scratch. Okay, if it is working well and good, if not working, debug it, and finally log out the thing. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Up to this much is sufficient for today's class. In the next class we will continue remaining.